20% in August alone. Meanwhile, imports from China jumped 8%. The U.S. Treasury Department says the country's gross national debt has surpassed $38 trillion for the first time. The milestone comes as the federal government remains shut down, with hundreds of thousands of employees going unpaid and parts of the economy disrupted. Experts say shutdowns often add to the national debt by delaying fiscal decisions and restarting costly programs once funding resumes. The U.S. debt crossed $37 trillion just 2 months ago, and analysts warn the pace of growth is now twice as fast as the long-term average since 2000. The United States has slapped sanctions on Russia's two largest oil producers in the push for an immediate ceasefire in Ukraine. The Treasury Department targeted state-controlled Rosneft and privately held Lukoil, which together account for nearly half of Russia's crude oil exports. U.S. President Donald Trump warned that further action could follow if needed. He also urged allies to join them in enforcing the sanctions. Trump's announcement came a day after a planned meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Hungary was canceled, citing lack of progress toward resolving the conflict. The International Court of Justice has ruled that Israel cannot use starvation as a method of warfare and must ensure the basic needs of the people in Gaza. The advisory opinion issued by the United Nations top court isn't legally binding, but has been welcomed by UN member states. Israel has rejected the court's ruling as shameful. William Densler reports.
According to the United Nations, more than 500,000 people in Gaza are facing starvation, and the International Court of Justice has ruled that Israel has an obligation to address this. The advisory opinion handed down by the ICJ's 11-person panel here in The Hague is in response to a request made by the top UN court was asked to wait. Wednesday's advisory opinion shameful, and the country consistently denied that international law.
Israel's parliament has moved forward with two bills on operations in the West Bank. Two proposals on annexing the entire West Bank and creating a settlement passed. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered his Likud party MPs to abstain. The party said the bills will harm Israel's ties with Washington. Far-right officials celebrated the result and pushed for full sovereignty over the West Bank. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry condemned Israel's preliminary approval, saying Israel has no authority over any part of Palestinian territory. A landmark ICJ ruling last year declared Israel's occupation and settlements of the Gaza Strip and the West Bank illegal. And that's the news. I'm